Good afternoon. This is going to be a short video that demonstrates how to do a concept drawing for your mummy assignment. And your concept drawing is just a simple line drawing, no color, no shading. Under the camera you see I've done one and gone back with fine line marker so my lines are darker and you can see them more clearly. And here we have a mummy with features, eyes, nose, and mouth, because mummies have those things, ears, at least 4 bandages wrapping across the face, and any other details you wish to imagine and add. So this would be a 30-point assignment, which I would photograph and submit on Google Classroom. Here's another one. You can see it's only in pencil. This is an ancient symbol called an Ankh. In ancient Egypt, it stood for everlasting life. You can see we have features, eyes, nose, and mouth, 4 bandages, and lots of ghoulish, gruesome details. Good for this time of year. Now, this is a final, and you'll see more information in a second video about the final. You notice the final is done on better quality 80-pound paper, eyes, nose, mouth, 4 bandages, well, in this case 5, I chose to add an extra, and supporting details. Plus, do you notice? Lots of shading and lots of weird blends of color. Weird blending of color is especially fun to do this time of year. So let's get started. I'm going to give you preliminary or concept paper that looks like this. On one side, we see the outline of the mummy's face, and I've identified the lines stand for the middle of the eyes, the base of the nose, and the middle of the mouth. Notice how much of the forehead you have without any features on it at all. I'm not going to draw on this side. I'm going to turn the paper over and draw on this side. And I can still see my guidelines. The line running down the middle of the face is the midline, and I'm going to work on either side of the midline. Let's start with the middle of the eyes. Remember that this mummy has been dead for a while, and so if it looks a little weird or quirky, that's fine. When you've been dead 3,000 years, you can look weird and quirky too. So here I have the 2 eye sockets, or the orbits, and wrapping across the eyeball, we have the eyelids. So here's the eyelid at the top, and here's the eyelid at the bottom. And inside the eye, we have the large colored portion. That's called the iris. We have the smaller black portion in the middle of the iris, the pupil. And if there's a tear film on the eye, we might even have a white reflection. Looks pretty normal. Now this eye, the shape of it does not look normal at all. Maybe this eye is crooked, looking this way, and maybe this eye fell out and was stitched back into place, so I'm going to put the stitching or the sutures here. And maybe this eye has a little goo coming out of it. So you can see I'm already starting to think about details. This is the base of your nose. It's beneath the eyes, not quite halfway from the middle of the eye to the chin. And this can be a nostril. And this could be another nostril, not necessarily even. Here is the middle of the mouth. And I can have a top lip and a bottom lip. And maybe I'll put teeth in there. Later, my 4 bandages may cross some of these details. If that happens, I may have to do some erasing. Let's have something coming out of the nostril. Let's go ahead and have a worm coming out of the nostril. I might have to switch pencils here because this tip is broken. Let's flip to this one. A mechanical. So there's my worm. He's got a little face on him. And maybe he's wearing a little hat, a ball cap. Give him a little personality. We have eyes, nose, and mouth. Let's see what else we can do. Here's an ear. And I'm going to add an earring to the ear. I'm going to bash a hole in his head. We don't know how he died. Some palace intrigue, perhaps. There's the thick brain casing. And here, the brain's popping out. Here is some blood splatter. And here is a screwdriver. You can have fun and imagine all that might have happened in the castle. I'll continue on around and finish up this ear. Maybe put a tear in the cheek right there. Let's finish up his chin. I'll add some details to the outer ear here and here. Complete his neck. Not bad, but I think I need some more. The 4 bandages made of linen are going to wrap, but sometimes when they wrap, they may wrap under something else. Here we have a bandage under a bandage. Or the bandage may go over something else, in which case you may have to erase the thing that the bandage covers. I'm going to use a bandage here that goes under the worm, and because the bandage twists right there and comes to a point, I avoided covering up much of my mouth. 1, 2, 3 bandages. I need one more. Let's make one more bandage here, here, and I'm done. That's my concept drawing for my mummy. Not my best, not my worst. It could be that I want to add some more details. We might leave that for another time. Remembering the guidelines on the back are helping you with the placement of eyes, nose, and mouth, just on a real person. And of course, the mummy was, once upon a time, a real person. Now, you try.